Okay, I'm not going to attempt this.
So we're recording now.
Meow. 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 Oh no, you caught me looking at my smut.
It's not at all.
No, it's not.
It's not at all.
No, it's
although.
Okay. Well, let's actually bring out the smut.
Hand, that actually is from Zumanity. But that's really tasteful, to be honest. It's
tasteful smut.
Like, I hesitated. It's not even smut. It's just tasteful nudity.
Yeah,
hello hair.
I was gonna say, was it even nudity? But I guess I'm just used to breasts.
Yeah, because you did all those figure drawing classes.
I know.
You're just like boobs and bodies. Look, bodies.
After you've been graded on boobs, it just kind of it's all static.
So I'm just gonna do some bullshit random shit right now because I can't words. I'm very tired because she's been here a week.
Yay!
But as always, I'm Kelly and this is Jordan.
And I'm Jordan. I'm very hyper. See? The indication. I'm very hyper, struggles with words.
Well, no, but that's pretty normal because, I don't know, you and I are both introverts, right? For the most part. So we had, like, constant social interaction, even though we're fond of each other because we've been friends since high school. Even then, we're just kind of like, oh, look, it's a person being in the same vicinity as me and on an air mattress in my room for, like, a week. and it's just...
the floor is this bouncy.
No more for a little while, but I already miss her. She's going to be gone tomorrow.
I'm going to fly out. Gosh darn it.
What did you like the most about being here? Because this was your first trip here to Las Vegas.
Oh my gosh. That's a very great question. You can come to a new place, learn, walking the Strip was really fun.
Did you have a favorite property on the Strip that you liked being in? Or?
I'm going to be biased towards the New York because it was my first exposure to a Las Vegas casino, and also we saw Zumanity.
Yeah, it's a good choice though. It's a really interesting property. So.
And also it looks so fun from the outside.
And then you go inside and you're like, what? Yeah, because we walked in from the parking garage and you're like, oh my god.
I think I took about 7 different pictures and we hadn't even gone down on the floor yet.
Didn't you say that it looks like the Overlook Hotel in the one part between the parking garage and the thing, the escalator? It kind of does. And I never had been over there because, like, all my life before I moved here, I always came to visit family. So I was kind of her tour guide. And when I wasn't busy getting turned around in newer casinos, like the Cosmopolitan.
Oh, God. And what was the other one?
The Aria.
Was it the Aria? And then...
Because we couldn't find the fucking tram.
Didn't we get kind of turned around in there a little bit? Because we were trying to find the crystals.
Oh, that's right. Because I never approach it from the Tropicana side. Yeah. Yeah, ideally it would have been Excalibur, Luxor, MGM, but instead it was... Tram. Yeah,
MGM,
no, they used to have,
Luxor.
I swear that they used to have a crosswalk for the Excalibur to the New York, and it was a roadblock. They had like this this big block thing, and I was like, well, that's not a crosswalk anymore.
Well,
so I guess we're just going to go there. Yeah, well, maybe people were getting hit too often, I don't know.
Probably.
But yeah, so we got to see a lot of different things, and, arts?
Oh, no. Crap. What was her name?
It might be in my backpack.
Maybe, because I put it away in my bag already.
Oh, God, yeah. I feel shit for not being able to... Okay, just a minute.
I know, it's... I really hate that it's on the tip of my tongue. And I'm having problems with it.
Doody-doo.
Doody-doo. Oh, God. Doody-doo. I'm wearing my fabulous Markiplier shirt. While we're on camera.
I'm wearing my my old Build-A-Bear t-shirt.
we should say something about Zoltar later about him predicting a red-haired man.
Yeah, red-haired man. Okay. That was strange, actually.
The funny thing is, my Zoltar, little fortune,
cool, no.
I've gotten it before up in Arcadia.
Arcadia?
Yeah. There was a Zoltar machine I visited with my little sister, and it said, I swear to God, the same thing.
No, I can't find it.
Okay.
We'll have to make it, like, I'll make another one, or if I find it, I'll go ahead and
we'll edit this in post?
Yes, because, I mean, right now I'm taking,
yeah,
well, I'm going to have to edit this anyway, so.
Wait, while you're talking about Zoltar, maybe I can find the ticket in my sketchbook that I didn't even sketch in.
Yeah, I would never do a Zoltar machine, except whenever she's around.
I just like doing Zoltar because of Big.
Oh yeah,
I
always forget
that
it's
movie.
in that movie.
I
think I've only seen that movie like once in my life.
Ooh,
Hello, hair.
Got it.
Yes.
Yayoi Kusama.
Are you talking about the one in Bellagio?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yayoi Kusama. Oof.
Beautiful
So,
exhibit.
So because I'm a local, which means I have a legit ID, because I do, you get $2 off if you're a local. But if you're not, then, you know, it's only $2 more. But the Bellagio has a rotating art exhibit in their fine arts gallery, which is off to the side. And what is it called? The Infinity Light Room?
That was, oh crap, let's see.
It had this really elegant name that was both as ominous as it was wondrous. And
oh no, it doesn't even really say right here.
It doesn't?
It was past infinity, something along those lines. It was a beautiful
yeah,
name.
If you're in the Bellagio and you're kind of looking for something different.
We went to see the Infinity Room, is what I know.
Yeah, we went to see the Infinity Room, and there's maybe like, what do you think, like one or two other pieces in there? Because the pieces are big. So they take up a lot of space, and that gallery area is not very big. And because Kusama, at least the work that they had there that was featured, is like experiential, again, it takes up space. So you experienced the art, right?
Yeah, it was
because it was those mirror balls all over the place.
It was Narcissus Garden and
Infinity Room.
Yep, and those were the only two. And then
we felt like we were dead. I mean, in a good way. Like,
is there a good way?
Well, you know, like the calming dreams, like where you're like, oh, this is really eerie. Am I in some weird spatial plane of existence? Those kind of dreams. But instead of being like terrified, you're like, okay, or is it just me? Okay, it's just me. That's pretty. It's pretty normal. And so you found it. You found Dina's.
Yes. And that was not at the Bellagio. That was in the Arts District.
Was in the Arts District. So Dina and everybody else there is in the Arts Factory.
So much fun.
Downtown in the Arts District, near some antique stores. Oh, yes, and Las Vegas Oddities.
God, that was so much fun.
Las Vegas Oddities is really fun. Go in there. Be polite. Don't be a douche going in there, because they have a lot of cool stuff. Just be polite. Don't touch things you're not supposed to touch. They have bones and, like, I don't know, medical exam things. I know, but they had some other things that were out. Remember that said, like, if you tap on the glass where the snake is, you know, mom's going to come.
Oh, yeah, if you knock on the glass, mama's going to knock you.
Yeah, and I was like, you tell them, because people are a-holes, and sometimes they mess with animals. I'm like, don't do it.
Don't mess with animals.
So they had also an iguana and everything. But anyway, at Las Vegas Oddities is there. It's like, there's all these kind of kitschy, cool retro stores, antique stores, indie stores, upcycled boutiques, Las Vegas Oddities, Makers Finders, Hop Nuts. The Velveteen Rabbit was there?
The Velveteen Rabbit.
Which is also like I think it's a bar.
It is a bar.
I have congestion in my nose. But anyway, at the end of that, there's the Arts Factory, and you can't miss it. It's painted beautifully on the outside. And it's part of First Fridays, which is an art dealio with lots of vendors and food trucks and everything in downtown. So
it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. Yeah. And that Latin hash.
Oh, that Latin hash at Makers Finders was really good.
Okay, so not like hash, but like Latin hash, like, you know, in a skillet, really good. And the turmeric latte, right?
That was really good.
Yeah.
And the beet latte.
Yeah, I was really intrigued by that. Like, you're brave. I'm like, that's pink and delicious looking, but also beets.
Yes. And TMI. Well, you can edit it in post. It has not turned my poop red colors.
Well, if you have concerns about your poop, it won't turn your poop red.
Nope, not like.
So you won't look like you're bleeding. So if that's a worry for you, you don't have to worry about it.
Because I know when people usually eat beets, it turns their poo a different color. And it's like, I think I have internal bleeding. It's like, no, you just ate beets.
No, you just ate beets.
You just ate beets.
You just drank something with beets in it, yeah.
And this one apparently has such a small amount. It's like, nope, it makes no difference.
It's all good.
It's all delicious.
Everything's fine here. I can't find the thing about the thing and the stuff on the blah on the Zoltar. Wait.
No.
Yeah. Try to cultivate a red-haired person. Therein lies a great deal of happiness for you.
Oh my god!
How do you cultivate Mohawk Man?
Yes,
Don't answer that question. Okay, go ahead.
Bring up oh my god, the book.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
So when we went to go see Zumanity, there was this one act, the dude with the mohawk with the chain and the trapeze kind of dealio, and that was
And the whip.
Yeah, and the whip, which I was really pissed at myself for jumping when he cracked the whip, because I was like, God damn it.
That was a great pop, though.
It was.
That was a great pop.
And okay, so like this is the other thing. So my dad was like, if you go and get tickets, call them. And I'm like, I don't want to call them. And he's like, call them.
Social interaction.
So I called them, and then they had me sign up for an M Life card, which is a player's card. And if you come to Vegas and you go, I don't need no stinking player's card because I don't gamble and blah, 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 which I don't really gamble either. You're wrong. You should get one because it can give you other comps over time if you earn points, or if you come here often enough to make it worth your while. Just get one. So for instance, with me, I signed up, and then Cirque du Soleil has their anniversary stuff going on right now, which means a lot of the shows are lower priced. And I was able to get seats in the 4th row in Zumanity in the theater in New York. And I was like, because yeah, it was pretty cool. It was close. It was so close.
Holy crap. I'm gonna use this descriptor just to emphasize how close we were. There was a bathtub scene with champagne being flung around the stage. We were in the splash zone.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was great. And also, there was like an usher coming around being like, you need to stay seated, you need to stay seated. To the first 2 rows when one of the acts was going out because he swings so low.
Oh,
but if
what was it?
It was a small man.
And the violinist.
Yeah, and the violinist, which was a beautiful act,
I
really liked the music and like the interaction, and you could tell that they had like this cool
they had chemistry.
Yeah, they had chemistry.
I'm like,
I was like, this is so good. This is art. Damn it.
Hey, the guy was like, okay, so before everything started, they had, I don't remember which woman it was over by the piano smoking, and they had the guy in the second second swinging act back there too, and he was smoking as well, and I'm like, damn, he's hot.
Yeah. Well, and the people were really interactive. I mean, they were right, weren't they? It was funny.
It was great.
Funny. It wasn't
that's my sister. That's my sister.
That's my sister.
That's
Here,
my
you want a
sister.
strawberry? I'm like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, and when Magnum was throwing flowers and one of the girls caught it, and she went to her sister. She's like, "I have this flower." You couldn't hear it over the music, but she's like, "I have the flower," and her sister like grabbed the roses and threw them back at her, and she like exploded petals, and she's like, "Oh." Yeah, I'm like, oh no, that's so sad.
Or people, grabbing what? Because somebody had to grab somebody from something's crotch with their mouth. I can't remember what it was. Was it a business card? What was that?
At the beginning, it was, oh crap, what was his name?
Oh, you're talking about Casanova.
Casanova, yeah. And that was like his business card, and he put it like right in his pant, or like right in his zipper, and he's like, you can grab it with your teeth, and the lady was having... Okay, the people in the front were having fun.
Yeah, they were. Well, we were too. But it's just,
yeah.
Also, like, this is the thing. I've seen 2 other Cirque du Soleil shows in my many years coming here to visit family growing up, and Zumanity is not at all like Ka or Mystere. So Ka's at MGM Grand, and Mystere is still at Treasure Island. Those are much more like abstract kind of shows. Like, I like them. I mean, Ka has like an actual, like, they all have stories. And themes and things, but there was actual talking, a lot of talking in this one, and that doesn't really happen with the other 2 shows, so it was really neat to get to see, and the music was much more like, not as ethereal.
I'd say you either liked it or you weren't a fan of it, I think.
Right,
Which was definitely some of the songs I wasn't really like...
I liked the singer.
I'm just going to say, I'm not going to say the music was bad at all. It was not. It was good. Just some of it was not like my cup of tea where I'm like wanting to buy the CD.
I'll eventually
there
buy the
were
CD.
some
I
songs
just
where I
wanted
was
the
like,
book
I want the
first.
CD, but these songs, I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of regretting not buying the CD now.
Do you want me to go back and get you a CD sometime and then mail it to you? Okay. See, we're gonna get the CD. Don't worry.
Lord Explosion.
Because
says
we're
yes.
90s kids and we still buy CD.
Actually, the funny thing is, I want the CD. I can listen to it at work. I can listen to it while I drive.
And no one will be any the wiser. I'm just kidding.
Oh, they can be the wiser all they want. It's like, I went and saw Zumanity.
It was great.
Sexy.
It was actually very sexy. Yeah.
Haha, Mohawk Daddy.
Although we did have a complaint about that show, and it had nothing to do with the performers.
It had everything to do with the very, very stiff audience
White
members.
bread fucking crowd. I mean, we're
Married
white.
for
We're white
20
as
years.
fuck. We're the white bread crowd too. But we're like, I looked back at the crowd. I'm like, what is with these people? They don't seem very excited.
They're very
I'm like,
dry.
I'm like,
Very
oh,
Protestant.
yeah. I was gonna say you look
But
very
Protestant
like
guilt. Lots of Protestant guilt.
lots
in
of
that crowd.
Protestant guilt.
It's like, oh no, if I indicate I'm slightly turned on by anything,
Woo!
oh God will hate me.
It's like, what are you even doing here? If that's how you feel. So
Hey, we can only hope it gave them an idea for the bedroom. Like, hey, so when that guy was getting choked out and spinning around, I kind of liked that.
So that was a thing?
It's like, can we do that? It's like, and it goes wrong and someone goes to the hospital.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but that's probably going to happen. Hey, honey, I want to do the thing that they saw with the champagne.
Oh no, oh no.
Oh, no.
Kelly,
They slip and fall.
It turns into Gerald's game.
I hate you so much.
Oh God. And this is how, wow, so Gerald's game happened because they went to Zumanity first.
No.
Oh no! Such a good movie.
Oh yeah. No, they were a really entertaining group of people, and it was just horrible because I looked back at the audience during some parts, especially this one act, which was kind of quieter, aside from some things that this one person was doing on stage, and I thought it was cool, and I wanted to be, I even went like woo like a few times. There was just nobody saying anything, and I was like, this entire theater was like silence. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, she's being awesome. And you guys, I looked around and I was like, oh God, they all look like people that I'd see at like coffee hour in between services at church. You know the types? Yeah. The same people who'd also be like, excuse me, I need to talk to your manager. Or, are you sure that you know how to build that bear right? That kind of thing. No, honey, I just have worked here for a while. I don't know what I'm doing at all. Those folks, that kind of white bread.
That kind
Okay, sorry. I'm not really sorry. It was terrible. You guys should have been nicer to the people, especially that one act. That act was very interesting, and I just was kind of mad. I'm salty about it, okay?
I'm going to say...
I was like, fine. The guy with the chains, Mohawk Man, strangles himself, and you're all on it. This other chick who's basically in a bodysuit with like a vinyl thing is doing different acrobatics that are similar and how
very
it's
similar,
supposed to be, but still different.
I'd say almost
and it's
worse. Or not worse, but like
more intense.
More intense and death-defying because she would like go up and spin, stop seconds before the floor. And there was like no net, no anything. So it's like, guys, come on.
Give her some kudos.
I can understand being like really into it, but it's kind of like...
I was trying to decipher whether or not the silence from the crowd was that everybody was so like in awe and halfway turned on that they didn't say anything, or whether or not they were just being like... And then when I saw their faces, I'm like, no, I think you guys are just not that kinky.
Nope.
So I was like, well...
At least Zumanity helped me figure out that I'm a lot more kinkier than I thought I was.
Yeah, that was the weird part about going to watch that. Is her and I are just like, we're like on what?
We're too extra for this.
Yeah, I was gonna
we're
say
too
like,
intense.
Like I'm on the I'm gray sexual, but it doesn't mean that I don't have feelings, right? Okay. So, but
especially after Mohawk Man.
Especially after Mohawk Man. But like that was kind of a thing where I'm like, really? Like these people have been married for like this many years. There was one group, there was two girls that were also there, and they said, oh, it's a girls' night out, and we were kind of over there being like, because that was us too, because we've been friends since high school, so it's like, yeah, we just wanted to go and see this show.
We wanted to see a show, and Zumanity won.
Yeah.
Zumanity won.
Because fucking Ka was like, oh, we start at $80 a ticket, and I'm like,
For the nosebleeds, right?
Yeah, for the nosebleeds. And for about about that much, I was able to get 4th row tickets for Zumanity. To give you an idea of the difference in price, okay? So, still more money than I planned on spending, but it's cool. So
maybe I'm biased, but man, I love Zumanity. And it's kind of like I wonder if it'll still stay at my. Right now, it's 1-for-1, so I can't really compare it to anything else. But I'm just like curious if it'll stay at the number 1 spot for
I don't think it will if you go see Ka. I don't think it will if you go see Ka. But I don't feel like that's fair. I don't feel like that's fair because those are such vastly different shows, and I don't want to say they're for different audiences either because I enjoyed both of them. So that doesn't mean they're for a different audience. It just means that like the way the story is different. This other one was really more just like a journey through different types of artsy erotica, basically.
Pretty much.
Right. It was great. So that was a good time. What the hell happened? Were there some other things that happened while we were out there? Oh yeah, we got really hyper at Illy's. In the Palazzo.
Oh god, I blame all the sugar. I blame the espresso and the gelato, and then me deciding, man, what was it, like some kind of crepe that had Granny Smith apples and caramel in it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta eat this up. And then my camera ran out of room for photos, and I was angry and sad.
I had mango sorbet, which I was so happy I almost cried because I thought they just had gelato there, and yeah, it was that good. It tasted like I was eating fresh mangoes. And then I was the weirdo who was like, yeah, I'll have mango sorbet, and what is it, the caramello macchiato, and somehow not have a stomach ache. Anyway.
Magically.
And then they had one day where I had the day after that, we went to the Arts District and then Fremont Street when it was super windy and rainy. And
oh, God. We somehow got to the car in time before the rain hit. Yeah, because we got 2 oil paintings, and we were like, oh God, because you can't carry an oil painting through the rain. My picture decided it wanted to go on a walk as soon as I got out of the arts place.
Oh yeah, that was the nice save that you made there.
I was going to chase it into traffic if I had to.
Yeah.
I was fully prepared.
She was looking at some of the studio places in the Arts Factory being like...
Oh yeah, and trying to figure out how to live there exactly.
That's a really good question. I don't know if they're actually allowing you building ordinance or zoning wise to have a cot there.
I don't think so because there's also nowhere to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean there is in the bottom floor.
I don't know if they.
But I don't know if you'd want to be there after dark, yo.
Especially in that area. Don't know.
You'd be fine. It'd be fine. But yeah, no, I had 3 caffeinated drinks that day.
Woo!
It was bad.
It was bad.
I have to do decaf.
And then we entertained the idea of going to the what was that really high thing again?
Stratosphere?
Yes, the Stratosphere.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And then Fremont Street went out.
Oh yeah, and saw the zip line, went through the casino, tried to find some postcards that didn't fucking sparkle. God damn.
If you just want to rant about that for a minute, do it.
I am so angry.
I've been entertained all week by that.
Vegas
Tourism Board, take note of this tourist from Modesto, California.
I'm trying to think, when did I didn't find non-sparkling postcards until Hoover Dam today. And they had Vegas postcards that were gorgeous. And, ooh, okay, wait a second.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
I gotta adjust
mattress. Oh, God. Okay.
Okay, everywhere I went, postcards and sparkles, they got all over my hands. And it was so upsetting. So fucking upsetting. I'm just like, I can't.
She's really salty about the fact that all this.
I collect postcards everywhere I go.
Postcards. And I was telling her that they used to have more property specific postcards too.
God.
Yeah.
Wait. Crap, I already packed my postcards away into my sexy erotica things in my suitcase. I'm not digging it out.
Yeah, don't do that.
I found some nice ones finally. At Hoover Dam. At fucking goddamn Hoover Dam, okay? Goddamn Hoover Dam!
She basically had to almost go to Arizona. Almost. To get postcards for Las Vegas.
I
It didn't look like a Kardashian threw up all over them.
Or
And I'm
just
sorry,
like,
Britt, I
"Fat
ripped that from
girls."
you because, quite frankly, the first time we walked into the Cosmopolitan, we liked it. We were like, oh, this is really nice. And then we reached this one point and we looked up and we saw all this bling and we're like, and I think Britt said it looked like a Kardashian blew up in there. And
Yikes, which one?
I don't know. It was just like code for this is the gaudiest ass shit. But like we agreed also that it had some class. Like it wasn't all like that. It was just like this one area that we were like, oh Lord, it's not quite our thing. AKA that. So
it was the same area as Egg Slut.
Egg Slut.
Egg Slut.
I'm a slut for eggs.
Apparently. Oh, and then we walked down a little more and found the bronze statue with the rabbit and the dog on the mule. The dog with the nipples.
The nipple dog.
I should say they were human up until their heads. Their heads were a dog and a bunny, and they were riding a mule. Though, I'm going to say, the funniest thing that happened was, we're just, like, looking at the whole thing. This guy walks by, and he slaps the ass of the woman bunny.
Did.
And I'm like, dad ass, right? And he's like, yeah.
Like, we all agreed, like, dad ass.
Dad ass
was nicely carved.
And then I started laughing because I realized that dad ass was on an ass.
Yeah, it was on a donkey.
I died a little bit.
One better donkey.
And then I messed around and started messing with the doggy nipples.
Yeah, that was pretty
I'm
fun.
like, why are they so hard and erect?
And I was, like, waiting for you to notice that it had a dick out, and you were just, like, focused on the nipples. I'm like, there's a dick in that saddle.
See,
I don't know if she's noticed yet.
This is what happens when you're exposed to nipples and boobs for too long. You forget the dick is there.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, like, American culture sucks in that it's like, yeah, we can have full frontal for women, but men? Oh, no, that's like, oh, my goodness. I'm like, what? Do you just think that nobody wants to see that? Because
I was hoping Zumanity would give me
wrong.
No,
well, I mean, no, it's again.
I got Magnum's butt.
That was a nice butt.
That was a nice.
I mean, like, you're
when
not
that thing started like thing, I'm like,
it was a nice butt.
Oh god. I swear, I'll still like, I'll always look
nice
at butts and be like, what is your appeal?
You know, I mean, like, I'm not gonna I was gonna say, my weakness is, necks and shoulders, you know that. So,
that neck.
especially with men. So.
New Daddy Challenger.
New Daddy Challenger.
I just have to say, okay.
Oh no. Oh god, no.
Oh no! Oh my god. Was it Wednesday? I think it was actually Wednesday when we were getting back from the arts district, and we were discussing like the new daddy had appeared, and all of a sudden your dad comes out of nowhere.
Oh my god, that was so
and I'm like, oh shit.
That was frightening. Okay, so neither one of us uses the daddy thing of being like, oh, daddy.
We use it
ironically because it just creeps us the fuck out. Like
it's cringy as hell.
Like if it's your thing, cool for you, but it's just not ours, okay? So when we say it, we use it ironically, like she said. And so she was saying that, like, new Daddy Challenger has appeared, and then my dad was, like, in the fucking window.
He's like, hey guys, what are you talking
about? Hey guys, what are you talking about? Because we had just pulled into the driveway at the apartments, and we were like, oh god.
Apparently we opened the garage, and he had been out there doing something, and so he came over, and just as I opened the door and
hey guys, what you talking about? Oh god! Oh no! So yeah, that was
he won
fun.
the daddy challenge. Dad wins.
Oh god. I don't know.
That was too funny, and not to mention we walked the strip twice this week. It was great.
I liked hiding out in the Bellagio and people watching.
That was pretty
the
great.
second time. Because we went on Tuesday and then we went on Thursday, and she got to see the difference in the crowds and how, like, weird they get and beautiful
Thursday
they
is
are.
the weekend. Now I know. Whenever I come back, Thursday is the weekend.
March Madness!
Oh, God.
Plus, there was a game that night, so we were hanging out in New York later that day.
Well, you were observing the crowds. I was observing something else.
I was her wing person. I was like, yeah, we'll just sit on this bench and it'll be fine. And she was just like...
There were some Chippendales guys taking pictures and luring people over with Mardi Gras beads.
They had cowboy hats on.
Yeah. I couldn't help but just like...
It was across from Coyote Ugly.
Back was just perfect, like the shoulder blades.
Oh, no, I know who you're talking about.
Damn.
Yeah, he had a nice back.
And then one guy had like an arm tattoo, and the other guy whose back I was really admiring had a tattoo, like, leading down to his crotch, and he was adjusting it and stuff. I'm like, oh, shoot. I was so afraid they were going to...
Where?
I was so afraid they were going to notice me staring and come over and be like, hey, we noticed you were looking. Do you want to come take a picture? And I probably would have been like, yeah.
Well, you see the way they lifted up that girl, like, you would die, and then my spine that just...
Yeah, that was inappropriate, but I'm just like, oh, shit.
I would probably die, too. I'd be like...
I don't think they could do it. It's like, I don't think you can lift 260 some odd pounds of me.
No,
I don't think you can do it.
Actually, I bet they can. That's what those back muscles are for.
I look like a drowned cat while they're holding me.
No, don't say that. That's no.
I would look like a drowned cat.
No.
Fine, I looked like a terrified newborn cat going.
No. Well, that's probably more accurate. Yeah, you would go, oh my god.
Oh my god, two beautiful men are just carrying me around. Oh shit.
I would just be terrified that I would hurt myself accidentally because people be carrying me.
I was just expecting, like, to do a picture where it's like, you're here and they're, like, on,
I don't want to have another back
you.
surgery, starts crying. Yeah. Cries forever.
Darn, I was kind of hoping also to get a picture with the ladies with the giant feathers.
Oh, I know. Next time you come back, we'll work up the nerve to be like, hey, girls, we're ready this time.
Hi. I'm prepared for you now.
Well, I don't know how much the girls who were supposed to be down on Fremont Street weren't there, which is weird.
Well, it was going to rain that day.
Well, yeah, and the outfits that they wear, you think that the showgirl ones didn't have a lot left to the imagination? The girls on Fremont Street, even more so. I'm just saying. So,
I would have loved to come back with, like, 2 pictures. One of, like, me with the girls with the feathers and everything. And then with the dudes. The guys. I would be like...
Goals for next time. Definitely like, goals.
Both. Both is good.
Both is good.
I'd like to see a guy do that where they're like, yep, both. I got with the girls and with the guys. Some guys have to be very secure in their masculinity to take a picture with some Chippendales dancers, guys.
Yeah, like, remember we were playing the game, is it a foreigner or an American? And, like, one of the ways you could tell is because, well, yeah, the jeans. And then, of course, the shoes. And then baseball hats. And then, what was it? Yeah, that's right.
Book bags. The book bags, I'd say, weren't even really American-style book bags, where it's like...
Oh, they were more stylish than that.
They were stylish, and...
Are you saying American men have no style? I mean, you know, let me put it this way. It's not that American men don't have style.
Straight American men don't have style.
No. What was I going to say? I was going to say that I'd say that they just don't know how to accessorize. That's what I was going to say. I feel like a lot of het American men don't know how to accessorize, and they think if they wear, like, a messenger bag, and it's not, like, obviously a laptop bag, or if it's just, like, this little kind of, like, this size kind of one where it's more vertical, that they feel like, oh, now I'm wearing a purse, and it's like,
yeah, it's like, oh no, just, like, a purse.
Seriously, man, like, really? Like, is it that, like, is your sense of self, first of all, let's just, like, nix the masculinity thing for a minute. Your sense of self should not be that insecure. Like, seriously, just, why are you even doing that to yourself? If you want to carry one, carry it. It's not rocket science.
It's not. It's worse. It's more complicated.
It's complicated.
It's the male mind.
It's so complicated.
Men think women are complicated. I think men are complicated. They're weird. They're so freaking weird.
They can be.
I'm just like, yep, straight men scare me.
I don't really get.
I don't get straight men.
I don't really understand het men either.
I can be friends with them.
I can be.
I can have a crush on one of them.
Yep,
but
same. But I'll just be kind of like, oh no. I would not ever probably. I don't think I'd ever date one.
If I can convince one guy to, like, if I can convince the guy I like to, like, dress up in a really nice dress to be like, yep, I like you.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's yeah.
It's like, I'll go in a tux, he goes in a dress. It's like,
people who are able to understand that, like, things related to gender roles are culturally constructed, that's appealing to me, regardless of what their gender is or their biological sex or etc. Yay! Let's deconstruct the gender binary, kids.
Hey guys.
Yay!
Welcome to my TED Talk.
Welcome to my TED Talk. We're done talking about it now. Do what you want.
Do what you want.
Do what you want with who
Wear
you
what
want.
makes you pretty.
Yeah. So, but,
Wear pretty
I
things.
don't know. You wear pretty things. And then you got King Explosion Murder.
I am so happy. I got Guillaumon, I got Sakura, and then I got King Explosion Murder.
And I got Vmon because Tokyo Discount is a thing here in Vegas and they have several locations. So if you are a weeb or a casual viewer or whoever you are, just make sure that you stop by Tokyo Discount if it is not currently an anime convention time and you're in Vegas. Google it! Yay!
I wish we could have found American Bakura.
I wish we could have found American Bakura too. Their Yamis were cute.
I know.
The Yamis were cute, but I know that for us it's like Merrick, Bakura.
Oh yeah.
Rips into a meat. Kelly's like, I need meat. Rips into meat.
Kill.
Mutilate.
No, that's too many words. Pain.
1111.
1112.
Little Karibo, we love you.
Oh,
we
God.
do.
9999. Yes, I am the master of unlocking things.
Henceforth, I shall be known as the ruler of all doors.
Access. Please put in second code. No.
Yeah, so she had to wake up every single morning to that little Karibo
God bless
thing
Zedge.
because I guess some fan on Zedge took that and they took the annoying Karibo clip from another Yu-Gi-Oh! Do the la 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 Satan. But not that one, but just like the original do the la 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 la, that one. So they uploaded both of them, and so their Yu-Gi-Oh! Ringtone / alarm clock, the settings on Zedge, and I'm like, this is horrible and hilarious, and I'm just gonna make I am henceforth known as the ruler of all doors as my alarm clock, because I need that in my life. Because life has been hard sometimes.
Life has been a door.
Life has been a door with a secondary access code and a tertiary access code.
Oh no!
Just when I've broken one code, another door opens and it's like, oh look, the door. Oh no, there's another door beyond it. Oh
Pain!
God.
You can't sit up straight.
Yes, you can. Oh no!
Oh God!
Oh God! It was a screensaver and it was so retro. Oh shit! So yeah, we almost died going back home from Henderson because we didn't die, but like I kind of lost my shit today. I lost my shit. So when we went to Boulder Dam, Hoover Dam for you
Boulder
people who
Dam.
don't know, Hoover Dam.
My God. And saw the angels.
Yeah, we saw the angels, and then we were kind of like, that's cool. Let's go have breakfast. Yeah, I rubbed
You missed
their
when
feet.
I was studying their feet. Like, how the fuck are you
I rubbed
gold?
their feet. I'm like, I want to lock.
I probably should have thought that instead of like, why the fuck are you gold? I was just like examining it and like touching everywhere. Like, oh my God, what the fuck are you?
You're an artist, so that's what you're doing.
So I'm like, how is the rest of you a gold color? You're based on a black
Copper.
But the statues aren't copper though.
Are they?
They're not. They're like black. The stone begins with an M. It's not mica.
It's not marble?
No.
Because marble would dissolve.
It's definitely not
Definitely would dissolve in
But
desert rain and temperatures.
I know that the voice that was talking on the box said that they were like a black something stone beginning with an M. They weren't copper, but copper would, if it was copper, it would explain the gold, or the green color that they're turning. But no. Instead, they're turning, like, gold at the toes. What the fuck
I know
are
I
you?
should know what it is, but I can't remember.
I
also noticed that the whole, like, zodiac thing, when you stop and look at it in the center, that it aligns perfectly with the footstool of the angel. And I looked at it and I'm like, I'm glad to know there's no beautiful, special things that y'all built into this. Yay!
Oh yeah, something about aliens. It's like, one day aliens will come and they'll receive this.
No, it
like,
wasn't that.
kind of like,
It was about future civilizations.
I feel like there was something about aliens in there, or at least
if there
alluding
was,
to
I
aliens.
didn't pay attention. You know what's really funny though is my parents are watching Ancient Aliens for kicks in the next room just to laugh.
In the meantime, meantime, let's talk about the Ark of the Covenant and how it was radioactively taken across the ocean and left a trail of dead fish.
Dead fish.
Dead fish.
Dead
Radioactivity.
fish. Dead fish.
Little did you know that the Ark of the Covenant was actually an ark.
Now I'm just picturing that coming over the intercom with that guy being like, little did you know that the Ark of the Covenant was coming across the Atlantic and leaving a trail of radioactive dead fish.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ah. The guy on the intercom said it. It must be true. Must be true.
I can't believe the disembodied voices coming over the boxes. Wow. First the internet lies to me, and now this? I don't know who I can trust anymore.
Yeah, we went to Boulder. We went and had lunch.
We had lunch at
the Boulder
City Brewery.
Yeah, it was good food. So good. It's so good.
It was very good.
And we wandered around, and then we were on mechanical horses meant for children, and we gave no fucks, and it was fun.
I think it was fine for you, because maybe it's like, they not looking at you, they're like, oh, it's a kid up there, because you kind of have a...
Are you just gonna say what I think? Did you just call me a child? I'm almost 30. Finish your sentence now. I demand
trying to think of how I was
sentence.
gonna go. Because out of... what am I trying to think?
Because I had an oversized jacket on today, too, so I looked especially diminutive with flappy arms and shit. Did I look really Because I am shorter than a lot of other people.
I'd say probably if people weren't paying attention in the peripheral, it's like, oh, hey, there's just someone who's a kid on the thing riding it. But if I ride it, it's like, wow, there's an obese person riding that horse. She's gonna break it, because they were staring at me. I could see them.
No, they were looking at me too, but I think you're right. I think they were kind of like, oh, she's just...
Oh crap, the fat one got on there now.
She's strange and
She's
mysterious.
strange and mystical. She's strange
you want to see
and
something
mystical.
strange and mystical? Because it's not going to be me. Except when I'm on a mechanical horse. I want to be on a carousel. I miss merry-go-rounds.
If there was a carousel, I would have ridden that too.
Next time you're here, we need to go to Circus, because they have amusement park rides. And that includes a merry-go-round, and I totally fucking blanked on the fact it's fucking there. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Dang it! Okay, well, awesome.
Next time.
Hey, I need another week off work this year. I need to go to Circus. You can go to Circus and take pictures with beautiful women. What? Yeah.
All the women.
All the women.
Oh, man.
All the pretty ladies on the strip.
I thought you were just going to be like, because you look like a child because you're so short and small.
No.
I am a small bean with wide womanly hips. And kind of boobs. And then some weird muscle. Yay.
I'm just a mess.
It's like, it's flab. Or is it?
Don't let the black shirt fool you.
Or is it? Yeah. It's not. It's a muscle.
Don't let the camera fool you. I am a hot mess. With a double, triple chin.
Oh god, that just reminded me of that one anime that I have been mentally scarred by because of incest. It's something like Where We Can Be Truly Alone or some weird thing.
King Explosion Murder doesn't approve.
Thanks, Toku. It was a channel that replaced a Funimation channel. And I was like, this is not safe for work or for anyone who's not into incest.
Oh yeah.
God.
And speaking of
that
Animu.
was not good for me. It was... Christ.
Speaking of Animu, we watched The Promised Neverland.
We did. She's caught up on The Promised Neverland. Oh god, there was a new one that came out today.
Fucking shit!
Oh my god!
I want to see it!
Yeah! Makes Mummy jaw.
No, because it ended on the cliffhanger where it's like, you're not ready to give up yet, are you? And she like looks like she's gonna fucking kill a bitch. She's like, oh, I'm gonna shake you. And then we don't know if certain people have derped yet. Wow, it's been months technically. There was a jump in time from like when one particular event happened to the next.
I'm behind on a lot of things. I'm just excited about the Thunderbolt Fantasy Bard getting a backstory before the 3rd season.
Actually, wait, I can't watch the new episode of Promised Neverland at home. I don't have a Crunchyroll.
We can watch it right now.
Can we?
Yeah, so I have to take her to the airport in the morning.
I'm going to get to fly for an hour and 20 minutes and have nightmares. It's okay.
You sound like me going to SeaTac being like, oh god.
Clamp will protect me. Nothing bad's ever happened with them except with X-1999.
And the ending of Tokyo Babylon. And the fact that Clover never got finished either.
I
was about to say a moment of silence for all the things Clamp has hurt us with.
I hurt myself.
I said a moment of silence.
I'm just like blanking out. Has slight stroke on the screen.
I'm gonna pee.
No, not again.
I'm crying. Oh my god.
I'll get the saran wrap.
Oh, fuck you. Oh my god. Oh man. Clamp hurts us all very deeply. As much as they make us smile.
Clamp
they
hurt
us.
Like normal clamps hurt us.
Pinterest. That reminds me when I looked up. I was trying to find Clamp, like the mangaka group Clamp, artwork on Pinterest, and I typed in Clamp, and I got some hardware, but I also got nipple clamps.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, you know, come up.
I should know better because I've been using the internet since it was CompuServe.
I should know because I've been using it.
Bam. No.
Like, don't out me like that.
But no. I will never forget. I was in middle school and the internet was fairly new, and Yahoo was one of the main search engines, and one of my friends, who shall remain nameless, she had a project for like some kind of star or something she was doing research on, not like a science star, like a Hollywood star, and she did Dick Van Dyke.
Oh no!
Because she loved him and thought he was really funny, which of course he is. He's a treasure.
Oh my god!
And even in the early 2000s, like 2000, 2001, Yahoo gave us
dick.
Porn. Yeah, it gave us porn. So I'm always kind of like, people are like, wow, is the internet always this bad for porn? I'm like,
You remember Ask Jeeves?
I do remember Ask Jeeves.
I don't even know if that's around anymore.
It is. Ask is still around. I was curious about it the other day. You know what I don't think is around anymore? There used to be this goth version of Google called Googoth.
Googoth. Holy shit.
And it was pretty cool, actually. I liked it a lot. But I'm sure I don't think that's around anymore either.
It doesn't exist.
For like years. Well, speaking of, like, Gaia Online still fucking exists, and I'm like,
yeah, Gaia.
I tried to log on to my account the other day, and I was like, I can't remember it, and I either they deleted it or it exists, and I'm just locked out of it. Are you all right over there?
I'm stuck.
Please don't have Calax fall on your head with ginger ale.
I can't move. I don't know where the top of the thing is. Wait.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna pee myself out. I don't know where it is. Oh, I got it. No, I got it too hard.
Roll there.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude, are you okay?
Are your books okay?
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I bet you fell right into the romance novels, and you did. You fell into the romance novels and
the Boogie Pop and the Giver
and the Boogie Pop and some rather random fiction, and then
and then your writing book.
And then religious and interreligious studies and philosophy on the bottom
I don't even
shelf.
know how that happened.
You were just like, woo!
I leaned back, and then I just kept leaning back, and then the books caught me.
Books are like, Jordan, we'll catch you. Oh, God, not like that!
Oh, God. Talking about neck muscles not being strong. I try to get myself up.
You do some neck muscles. Oh.
It's like, damn, darn my weak neck muscles. I'll never be able to choke myself from a high place and go,
Are you going to make that noise? Is that noise going to be part of that?
High speed spinning increases.
It's like, there's a sound like there's diseased elephants in your room, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Poor elephants.
Sad.
That just sounds like a fart mixed with a race car going by in a cartoon or something. I can't do it. It sounds like a fart.
Sad. Sad fart. What's the aggressive fart? Let's see, happy fart.
I had to teach her about fart physics in the car.
It involves saran wrap. It involves discussions of saran wrap.
Because I had that, you know, like being lactose intolerant can be tough sometimes. And then you learn things about your body you wish you didn't know. Yeah.
I learned that I can't open my window, otherwise it sucks the fart over to me.
Yeah, it becomes a vacuum in the car, that's right. So you have to wait for the person who's farted to roll down their window, and then the vacuums it out that way.
But you can't do your window, otherwise it
goes that way. It stretches it over the, you know, their face or something, and it can be bad.
And then you can't beat on the top of the thing because the windbag will explode. Or I know the other word for it, I just can't think of it. Airbag, fuck! Yeah, whoops. That was a bit loud.
Is that because you're thinking of farts? It was the second time she's called the windbag today.
Because I'm trying to think of a synonym.
At least you're not like me, being like, I hate driving in Henderson. It reminds me of California. I hate being here. Oh, it's really nice, but God, I hate it.
So angry, wanting to avoid the 215 with all your might. It's like, where the fuck are we going? We're on the 215.
Fuck! God, I was mad. I was sitting in the intersection being like, I need to turn right. And I had been in the far left lane, and I was like, I didn't even realize it until we were on the 215. And I was like, wait, are we on the 215? And Jordan's like, yeah.
I think we're going towards the 215 as indicated by the sign. Okay, you know that one meme of, I think it's Aaron Brockovich, where she's like, it's a close-up of her face and like multiple equations going past her.
That's me. That was me.
That was me, like, trying to figure out, wait, why are we going towards the 215?
She was too polite to tell me. She was
I think it was also too late.
Oh no, there's no windows in here. Anyway,
here I'll use my my 25-cent voucher. I made money, 25 whole cents
off of your dollar.
Yeah,
I think you're making it in reverse. I think it's a negative. I think it's an inverse.
Let's see, how long does this thing last till? Oh, void after 180 days.
Yep.
Wow, I better come back before 180 days expire.
Well, and then we were trying to find Bad Owl Coffee was what it was on the way back from Hoover Dam. And after we had lunch in Boulder City. By the way, there's a really good museum in the historic hotel there.
Yeah, that was great.
That was really cool. In fact, that I actually have a thing from. I actually remember where it is. It's here. It's the historic Boulder Dam Hotel. It's quite lovely. And their rates go from like, I think $89 a night on up. And they have breakfast is included. And their breakfast is like this little area because it's like a historic, like I said, it's a historic hotel. So that it's just really, it's pretty. And they have a museum in it too, which is free. Free.
So free.
And it is really weird. And then we were able to stamp our passes.
Little embossing things.
They have little embossing things that I don't know if you can see them. I don't think you can in this light.
I like the last one.
But just know that they're printed. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
The last one's the most pronounced.
I'm not gonna ruin all of it, but just know that it's really cool, and we were really happy that we went into that museum in that hotel instead of paying $10 to go through freaking metal detectors where Kelly gets a panic attack because I have so much metal in me that I'm always terrified that some ableist person who's working security is gonna taser me and make me Kentucky Fried Kelly. Yeah, I had to take my inhaler twice at Hoover Dam or Boulder Dam, and that was not fun. Anyway.
That was looking down was great.
It was really pretty. Yeah, it was a banner day. But yeah, we were trying to get to Bad Owl Coffee, and I kept getting turned around in Henderson.
God.
This right lane must turn right. Where is it going to? In a fucking shopping center. God damn it.
Oh, God.
Every time I thought I found a damn road, it was a fucking shopping center. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I have to pretend like I'm in California where no roads go through and make any logical sense in a grid format. I mean, they can make logical sense, but not in a grid format, which just to me is annoying. So, yeah. No, I do not want to go shopping. I just want to get my damn coffee. That's all I want.
The funny thing is that the entire day up until we got there, or no, up until I decided to Google it myself to try and help us when Navi was being a little shit.
Navi is an idiot in Vegas, by the way. Don't ever use it.
Pretty much. And then we tried to turn to Siri instead. I thought it was, I looked for Bad Owl Coffee, not Bad Owl.
A-L?
I thought you were saying Bad Owl.
Owl is in what, Weird Al Yankovic?
Pretty much. I thought it was Bad Owl Coffee.
Why would it be Bad Owl?
I didn't hear.
It's like big barn owls.
Well, because we had like the one place we were walking by and
It's a Harry Potter themed coffee house. Who is Owl?
I don't know. I was
the
confused.
mysterious wizard named Owl.
Well, there's also Doctor Who in there too. So who?
Yeah, there's stuff in there for Whovians.
Yeah, it was great. So great. Oh god. Okay. Apparently there were these shooters, espresso shooters, but it was called Flight of the Hippogriff. And there were 4 of them, and they were all house colors.
Oh god!
They would have all been house colors.
If I didn't care if my heart exploded, I would get that.
Yeah, same here. I'm like, I already had a bunch of coffee. I probably would have either died or had a massive panic attack. I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. But it was really cool. It was a really cool thing.
And then I took the really scenic way back home, and that was interesting.
It was fun. It was fun. We got to talk about farts.
We did get to talk about farts.
And the science of farts.
Because I'm pretty sure that I know what caused that. But that's okay.
Fart accessories.
Fart accessories? My dad used to say he wishes they could build like a charcoal filter for people who have gas problems.
Oh no.
Yeah.
My uncle used to lock the windows when he'd fart.
Mean.
Yeah,
mean.
On road trips. Great memories. At the time, it was horrible.
Oh no, that reminds me. I think one time when Britt and I were staying at the Palazzo before I moved here, I think we both ate something that caused something like that.
Oh no.
And I think it was the pizza.
It caused you to lock the car doors and fart?
Yes, in the concierge level suite. No. In the suite we were at,
Amazing.
yeah. Because I can't remember, but I think it was kind of like, you know, like when you fart and then you're under the covers and then you can't.
Oh, you mean a Dutch oven?
And then when you lift the covers, you're like, oh god, like it gets trapped under there, and then you like want to die. Because it's so terrible. And then, like, you want to snuggle under the covers because the air conditioning in the hotel room is cold, and then you can't because it smells like fart.
Well, if you want, there's better ways to go to sleep. You don't have to knock yourself out with your own farts.
Yeah, I mean, she was like, God, we're gassing each other out. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Would that be considered biological warfare?
Probably. I mean, like, if both of us were lactose intolerant, it would be, like, biological warfare, because, my God, I don't care what anyone says, but those of us with that problem, ooh. Brutal.
Brutal. Oh wait, what was the one thing? Crap, when we drive by the Dune Hollow.
Oh,
I
God.
know where you live.
Dune Hollow. She thought
Hollow.
I said doom, like invaders in Doom, but no, it was dune, like a sand dune.
D-U-N.
D-U-N-E.
Like the Frank Herbert novel.
D-U-N. D-U-N-E.
D-U-I?
D-U-I. So Dune Hollow, and then what would you do? What was that? What
was it, Bloody Buffalo or something?
It was like some, we were on
Dune
Buffalo.
Hollow and no, Diablo Buffalo.
That's right.
Devil Buffalo.
That's what it was. The next street after Dune Hollow was Diablo. And we were like, well, that's because when I passed Dune Hollow, I'm like, that's a weird name for a street, Dune Hollow. And then I was like, it's kind of ominous. And then as soon as I said that's kind of ominous, we pass over Diablo Street, and I'm like, that's even more ominous. While we were on Buffalo. So
Diablo Buffalo.
I know who you are.
I know.
We'll never get any more Metalocalypse.
And then let's not forget this entire trip how completely unable to read I've been. Like today, unicorn to Dunkin' Donuts.
It's the second time she thought it said unicorns.
The really sad thing is I didn't remember the first. Okay, it wasn't. Was it? When did we first go?
It was.
Like,
I
this week.
think it was. I don't know. I can't remember.
Was it Tuesday? Because when we had, was it Sunday? It
might have been Sunday. No, it wasn't Sunday because we stayed in Sunday because it was St. Patrick's Day.
That's right.
We didn't want to go out and risk being around
Monday.
all the drunk people.
It was Monday before we went to the preserves and everything.
Yeah, we went to Tule Springs and all that, and we found that weird tree.
God,
I almost forgot about that tree.
I love that tree. It was a good tree.
There's this weird tree.
With rocks in particular sections.
Set specifically around it in different ways.
And there was a thing on the back where you put your hand on it, it's like open.
Those people are watching us, they're like, what are you doing?
Okay, that was like some not Children of the Corn. What was the other one with the kids who were all like the same like colored hair and their eyes would glow?
I can't remember.
Crap, I don't know. And they were all like of a hive mind except one at the end of the movie.
It's like at the top of the hill, Children of the Corn.
God, crap! I'm gonna be bugged by that because it's not Children of the Corn. It was like, they were all blonde, blue-eyed, and they all wore like similar outfits. It's this older movie. Shoot.
I can't remember. It sounds familiar.
It's like all these women got pregnant at the exact same time.
Okay, that's creepy.
Yeah, in this small town. Oh, no. This whole town, like, everyone passed out, and when everyone came to, the women were pregnant. And
that sounds familiar, and I can't.
And they gave birth to all these children that were like pretty much the exact same, and all had a hive mind, and were psychic, and also evil.
That's creepy. That's really creepy.
Yeah. And then by the end, they got blown up because they sucked. Good. And there was only like one of them that was actually like had a indication it maybe had a soul. Yeah, I remember watching that.
I'm sorry, your child was born without a soul.
Without a soul.
I'm afraid there's nothing we can do.
We gotta blow them up now.
Oh, that's terrible.
Let's blow them up in
that
this
sounds
old
like
barn.
Hollywood. Well, that sounds like Hollywood. There's nothing we can do. Let's blow them up.
But yeah, so that was what happened when the people were at the hill. It was kind of like a hive mind kind of moment where they were all just staring. It's like, stop. We're not doing anything. I know I gave the tree a hug, but
You never seen anybody hug a tree before? Where have you lived? Under a rock?
Oh God, she must be from California.
Oh no.
She's from Berkeley. No, I'm not. I'm from Modesto.
Yeah, there's a lot of SoCal people here. They're so different than us.
They're so different.
They're so different.
Southern different.
It's not a bad thing.
We don't do different.
Always.
Difference bad. That's why you gotta come to Las Vegas and conform in a casino. You gotta conform with sex
Speaking of
and
the hive
booze
mind.
and casinos and drinking and casinos. Also, jalapeno M&Ms. Random segue.
Oh yeah.
Jalapeno M&Ms. That was crazy.
Jalapeno M&Ms were good.
Damn, that was a weird kick. That was a weird kick at the end.
It was yummy.
I'm going to kick you in the mouth with spice. I was like, wait till the end. Waits. Surprises you. Oh, God! Ah!
Also, the dragon. Dragon's lair.
Oh, God, the dragon scared the fuck out of me every single goddamn time.
I miss Merlin fighting the dragon outside the Excalibur. All I'm saying is, MGM, you know, like, Caesars still has their Atlantean animatronics. What the hell did you do with Merlin?
Even though I couldn't understand
what the hell did you do with Merlin and fighting the dragon? Huh? Because his fucking house is still in the moat.
Well, he's in Bermuda.
Blow me to Bermuda!
He did get blown to Bermuda. He's on vacation still, Kelly.
Don't kill me, Disney. Don't kill me.
Don't murder me.
Sword in the Stone's my favorite Disney movie because I'm a wackadoo.
Robin Hood's my favorite.
Did I just hear a dog go woo?
Yeah. I hope it was a dog.
That was ominous.
It was a coyote.
Yeah, we have those around here.
It's a coyote. Good thing I'm not leaving any earlier, otherwise it's like, oh look, it's a dog. It's a coyote. It's a coyote.
Try to cultivate a red-haired person.
Cultivate.
Therein lies a great deal of happiness for you. Are you sure it's happiness? Okay. Ow.
It's some kind of happiness. It's some indication of happiness.
Yeah, I'm just glad you were able to finally come visit. Because this was her first time in Las Vegas, so...
Yeah.
She's seen all the things.
I'm so happy. And now I know all the things. If I come back with, like, other friends, it's like, I know things. Let's go over here to this most odd shop
You're welcome.
in Las Vegas. Let's go to the Arts District. Let's go to Boulder City. It's like, I will drag you places.
Well, and then Fremont Street, like, we
Fremont
went into
Street.
the plaza.
The zip line.
Oh my god. When we went into the plaza, which we were like, Cool World.
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
Cool World.
That was awesome.
It was a good time.
Ralph Bakshi.
Yep, exactly.
That was the guy's name.
Ralph Bakshi, that's right.
Wow, it just took me 2 whole freaking days to remember his name.
I never did because my brain was like, I remember eventually, I will usually remember his last name, Bakshi. But I can never remember his first name.
Because the funny thing being, like, I should have remembered because he worked on that one random thing of, like, the cartoon Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah, he did.
That had John Hurt as Aragorn.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, I should have remembered that, but I remembered Cool World. So I'm like, oh, that one freaky-ass animated movie that was like Roger Rabbit but not and had Brad Pitt. I'm like, oh, what's the name? If
anybody, like, critically reviews that, I'm like, first of all, were you high when you watched it? Because if you're not high, I'm not sure you're watching it correctly. And I never said that, nor do I endorse that.
That movie. Oof. Man.
Yeah.
I think my dad said something about he watched it. I tried watching it, and I must have had to go to work or something, but yeah, he said, he came in and he was like, oh yeah, I've seen that movie.
It's like, oh, I've seen that.
Oh yeah. So, random. When I was on the phone with him in the Bellagio,
yeah.
So he was telling me to go to the tables and do blackjack, and put $20 down. Right. And he was like, the first time I played blackjack, I was 16 up in Tahoe, and I wasn't allowed to. You know what I did? What did he say? I went to a wig store and bought a $40 mustache. And he's like, and they didn't even question it. I was allowed to go to the tables, and I won $300.
Nice.
I'm just like, $40 for a freaking mustache just kills me.
When my dad was younger, they used to not really care, I guess, as much, because he was like still a teenager, and I think he was able to play some games, and it was because I guess at the time they had a lot more people from Nellis Air Force Base who kept coming in, and a lot of them weren't 21. Right? Shoot. So they sometimes didn't always check things. But of course, I guess now it's different. Yeah. Don't try that. Don't get yourself in trouble, okay?
Don't buy a $40 mustache at Walmart.
Yeah, we don't endorse this.
I'm just laughing because it was a really good story.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. My dad was just like this big guy, so I think they just kind of assumed he was older. Also, my dad saw A Clockwork Orange here when he was a kid.
Oh yeah, the exhibit that we saw, that one guy was super reminiscent of A Clockwork Orange.
Yes, he was. In McDonald's art gallery in the Bellagio. And he also has a gallery outside across from Crystals in the city center. It's like a big gallery. The other one's kind of smaller, but it's still fair sized in the Bellagio. Yeah, he looks like Malcolm McDowell. He totally does.
What was it that kind of gave it away? It was like there was
the hat and it was the expression.
I think it was also the title of the piece too, but I don't remember.
It was wasn't it Rain?
It was something to do with rain.
Because they were like singing in the rain from there.
And
like,
he had the bowler hat, he had like a mask on. I think he had a cane too, or an umbrella.
Right.
And there was like this title that's kind of like, wink wink, nudge nudge, maybe singing in the rain a little bit.
Inspired by.
So wait, why do they have a Singing in the Rain slot machine, but not a Clockwork Orange?
That's a very good question.
That would be, oof, God. That'd be, imagine being like drunk off your freaking ass like that one guy is like playing a Clockwork Orange.
Oh my God, okay, so you fucking almost knocked me over. She almost knocked me over because she was trying to save me from this drunk guy in the Excalibur. So this guy like gets up off this like tall chair.
His shoes are gone.
His shoes are gone.
They've fallen off.
Yeah, his shoes had fallen off.
He's so drunk.
And he's like, you know when somebody gets up and you can tell that when they get up or when they're just standing, they think that the floor is different, right? Because he's going, you know, like he's gonna fall, kind of thing, like, and so he was gonna fall into me, and then all of a sudden I felt like somebody do this, and I was like knocked, and it was because she came up hella fast, and like I almost lost my balance, and I
body checked you.
Basically, so she body checked me to try and save me from the drunk guy falling into me, and we were laughing our asses off and being like, holy, what'd you say? It's like she's my best friend. She's known me since high school. Only she can knock me down.
It's like
well, she has the right to knock me over.
If my friend a concussion, it's gonna be me.
Yeah, that.
Oh God. Yeah. So that happened, and then we walked out to the car.
Oh God, that was a fun day. I'm so tired. But yeah. After this, it's back to the real world. I have to get back to thesis again, because this was my spring break week. Not really. For the college I'm at, it was last week, but I told my professors, I'm like, hey, I'm working this week, I'm going to take this next week off, which was this one. So I have that, and then I have a meeting, and then she has to get back to work, so I'm so sad.
I gotta figure life out. I go back home, figure life out. I got to have a week of peace, and maybe next weekend I get to have a belated birthday cake, but then life will go to crazy in April.
I'll have to try and figure out whether or not I can do a replacement colloquium event, because I really don't want to drive all the way there if I don't need to, because it's really expensive to stay there that weekend. I'm just like, no. Meh.
No. Come on.
Should I just change your name from, you know that in my phone you're still Isaiah?
Yay!
Like all caps, she's still Isaiah with like several exclamation marks. It's like a 10-year-old joke now. Think about it.
I'm fine with that. I like that joke.
Because I was Shizzy. I was Shizuo.
I miss Durara. I miss Durr.
We never finished watching the second season of Durr.
God damn it, no. Frick.
Back to the real world we go.
No.
What?
I just think of the Palpatine.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Palpatine. Oh my God, we were being stalked by the Mona Lisa.
Good luck editing all this.
I don't know if I will. Maybe I'll just let it all stream.
All the randomness.
Including the nipple talk and the farts and
And the Mona Lisa stalking us at every goddamn freaking turn.
Raw honesty, people. You don't see this, like...
Nope.
Raw honesty. God damn, I am tired. Raw honesty. It's a fucking oxymoron. This is an oxymoron.
Let's call it raw-honesty.
Raw-honesty. With, like, R-A-W.
Oh, wait. Well, now that we're doing a pun, what was the one pun I made up that's, like, hasn't been done before that involved turd?
Well, I know it's not turtodactyl. U-turd? Oh, it was U-turd. It was U-turd. So
U-turd.
Instead of YouTube, it would be U-turd. And we would have, like, the T is the 3 and the 3 being the erd.
Oh, my God. U-turd.
U-turd.
All the puns.
You need to make a U-turd,
Kelly.
Yeah, it's shit posting. You can make a U-turd channel, and then it would be called U-turd.
Toilet humor.
Shit posting channel. Yeah.
Shit posting. It's how I deal with my depression.
It's how I deal with my depression. That's right. God. Oh my God. It's so truthful and so hurtful and so
self-depreciating. This is how I deal with my life. My life is slowly crumbling around me, so I shitpost to hide the darkness inside.
I hide the darkness inside.
I hurt myself today.
Oh, no. That got dark all of a sudden. Okay. And, like, not in a good way. In, like, a really bad way. Like, not bad. I don't want to make a judgment call on that. I don't like that. But it's like, I'm like, oh, dear God.
I looked into the abyss today, and the abyss looked back into me. Man, the Hoover Dam is scary.
You know what? And I think I figured out why I fucking lost my mind when I turned into the thing. It's like I told you earlier. It was like a mixture of all my emotions from Mom's doctor appointment mixed with everything else, me being like, ah!
And then it all came to a head.
It all came to a head. Ha. Ha. Mohawk man. He. Are you snapping your wrist?
Yeah. Like, it kind of hurts.
So you could just, like, shake your fist at somebody, and it would be a wrist snap? Please don't break your wrist in Nevada.
I can't go back to work. I broke my wrist, guys. Video evidence of me doing it on purpose.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no, I'm hurting the other one by trying to do this. Ah! Wait, I can fix it. I can fix it somehow.
Did you pack your dragon?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm hoping the god doesn't get broken.
Me neither. I mean, like, you can always come back to the Enchanted Forest Reiki place, but still.
Oh, I don't want to. I try and glue it back together.
Kind of like I do with my altar, because the USPS was like, ha-ha, tosses.
Pretty much. Fragile.
Fragile? It's not like it's Jesus or anything. Throws it.
Fucking gets cursed for all eternity.
No!
Denied entry to heaven. Well, you broke this one
What were we saying? But, like, you said that when people die, you thought that they became, like, they had to watch this, I said that people got popcorn, they all made you watch it together. You start throwing popcorn at you passive-aggressively when it was bad shit you did, being like, boo!
You had to watch every single, like, sacrilegious thing you've said, like, leading up to it, and afterwards, and basically, pretty much St. Peter will have to go to the bathroom on multiple occasions not to piss himself, and then when you said that during the especially bad ones, he'll throw popcorn at you, I said no, he'll call in Avalokiteshvara with all the arms, be like, okay, and fire!
Oh, God. No. No. For a lot of reasons, no. But also... No!
See, more sacrilege in that area, and then that sacrilege reminds me of the sacrilege we committed on this trip. When we fucked up,
Oh my God, when we fucked up who Artemis was.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my God, that was so bad. That was so bad. Oh no. Yeah, we had to get out coins.
Artemis was Cupid because I didn't see the falcon on her. Or I just saw a bow, and I saw them from a distance.
We had to dig out coins from our purses and be like, please don't hate us. We're really sorry.
It's like, please don't.
Oh my God.
Please don't enact anger on me.
We're sorry, hun. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. And then goes and sees the animatronic
A
thing.
plot twist, coins fly back out of the fountain and nail me in the face. I don't want your dirty Christian coins.
I'm sorry. I don't want your dirty money.
I'm like the easy-baked Christian.
Easy-baked Christian.
Or the half-baked Christian. Well, I'm not half-baked. Anyway. I'm not gonna go there, guys.
Easy-baked Christian.
It's an easy-bake oven. Don't stick your hand in it. It'll get fucking burned!
Woo!
I keep sitting here and, like, having problems, and I think you're gonna have to face the other way. Sleep
It's
tonight.
gonna melt my face off like if I open the Ark of the Covenant.
Let me put it this way, that butterbeer thing was good, but I'm never having another one again.
The Ark of the Covenant was full of farts.
For you and my sake, let's hope that the promise that it's never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. I can't dignify that with a proper response.
There were a lot of, like, ghosts in there, too, so, man, that was a haunted fart. Whose fart was it? It was the fart of God.
Makes awkward face.
Miriam,
dies
don't
forever.
look! Look away! And now I can't really watch Raiders of the Lost Ark now.
I can't
I
watch The
will.
Prince of Egypt now, because of you.
Kind of fucked up that one, too. Like, hey, look, the light's on top of the pyramid. And I'm like, oh, fuck, can't think of name.
Oh yeah, Horus, yeah, that's right.
Can't think of name.
That was brutal.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So your flight's early, so we need to go to bed here. Yep. We have to get some sleep.
Oh yeah, I left my Uncrustable out. I guess I should eat it.
Why don't you go do that? I am going to get ready to go to bed, and
You're going to train in front while I'm gone.
Pretty much, and hope that the fan blows it away. Not that fan. Nice try.
It's too small.
I'm back in my general direction. Don't die. Good night.
Good night. Good night.